Hi everyone, it's Monica McDougal. I am one of your student pastors this past year, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers, and this is another weekly devotional. This week I would like to talk a little bit about celebration. Tomorrow is May 5th, and that is actually my 26th birthday. And I know that there's a lot of folks who don't like celebrating their birthday, who really wish the day would kind of come and go without any attention. And though I understand that desire, it's just never been my approach to my birthday. I love my birthday, always have. I love that it's a day dedicated to me and my life and the lives of everyone else that was born on May 5th. But I've always tried my best with the help of my family and friends to make it a great day and to really celebrate. But this year has felt really different. For starters, at 26, I can no longer be on my mom's health insurance, and we're in the middle of a global health crisis. So there's that. But the truth is, I've had a really hard time wanting to celebrate my birthday this year. I'm an extrovert. I get my energy from people and social interaction, and I haven't had any of that for nearly 2 months. I'm exhausted and lonely and sad most days. So the idea that I would have to celebrate my birthday that way, at home, without all of my friends, without activities, without socializing, has been a real bummer for me. And so I was tempted to just try to let the day come and go, to not really even pay attention to it being May 5th without celebrating like I normally would. However, a friend recently reminded me that celebration is in fact a spiritual discipline. It doesn't get as much discussion and hype as prayer and meditation and worship and service, but it is important as people of faith as any other spiritual practice. Theologian Richard Foster wrote, "Celebration brings joy into life, and joy makes us strong." He argues that without celebration, we wouldn't have the energy and the strength to observe any of the other spiritual practices, which kind of makes celebration maybe the most important. But it's understandable that right now, in a time that is so fraught with pain, sickness, death, and despair, that we would kind of resist the urge to celebrate and find joy. However, as Richard Foster says, celebration brings joy and joy brings strength, and there's life to be found in celebration. An example of this is when I was 14, I lost my paternal grandfather, my grandpa Robert. I lost him after a 4-year-long battle with stroke-induced dementia. And he had been sick for so long that we had already been grieving the loss of his life well before he took his last breath. But there was something about the finality of his death. Sure, we were grateful he wasn't suffering anymore, but knowing that we would never see him again, we'd never hug him again, touch him again, was so overwhelmingly sad that I don't think we knew what to do or where to go from there. But somehow we just found ourselves kind of sitting as a family in the house that my grandpa built, sharing stories about his life and all that he meant to us and all of the funny memories we have of him, and we just laughed and celebrated and cried, and we laughed until we cried, and we cried until we laughed, and it was that celebration of his life that really helped me begin to heal after his death. We're living in a really stressful and scary time, and so it's okay to not feel like celebrating. You all have heard me say I am not in the business of enforcing hope. I am not in the business of enforcing joy. Sadness demands to be felt. But I do think it's important that when moments in our lives come that require celebration, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, a promotion, finishing your classes, graduating, whatever it is, there's no need to feel guilty about feeling joy. There's no need to feel bad about wanting to celebrate yourself and your life and the God that makes that life possible. So I really encourage you to try to focus on that practice, that spiritual practice of celebration this week. Call a friend, call your mom, your dad, a guardian, someone who means a lot to you, and celebrate them, celebrate their life. Tell them the things that you're grateful for. When you have a friend post on social media good news, take a moment to celebrate for them, to thank God for that, for them. And this week, I promise that I will intentionally celebrate my birthday. I will celebrate my life and God for making that life possible. And I will also make sure to take time to celebrate all of you, because this past year with you and these 3 churches has been a tremendous joy in my life, one that I am so grateful for. And so I'm going to celebrate you this week. And I can't wait to be able to see all of you in person again, and I hope and I pray that that will be soon. But until then, thank you all so much for listening, and take care of yourselves.